Hi, everyone. Welcome to your Take Time Today devotional. My name is Janet, and today is Thursday, July the 9th. Today's topic is Blessed Darkness. I know I haven't done a lot of devotions lately, and I hope that on the days that I'm not recording or sending a devotion, that you are still taking time for yourself and for your faith. I have been planning worship all week, and while I have been looking at a variety of different musical options, since we're no longer singing hymns because of everything, I paused on this one song in one of the songbooks that I have because the title caught my attention, and it was called Blessed Darkness. Now, I knew that title didn't go with worship this Sunday, so I set it aside and I finished what I was doing. But Blessed Darkness stayed with me, and so I thought, today I'm going to write a devotion on that. And so here we are. I'm not sure where you are right now, but I am sitting in my dining room. My living room is behind me, and I'm looking outside at my backyard, and it feels like a storm is coming. And it's been so hot and humid lately that I kind of feel like a storm today would be blessed darkness. Often it feels like we frown at times that are dark in our lives and in our days. But I mean, like, really, who wants to go through hell? And lately, I've been finding myself pretty overwhelmed and impatient and even angry. And I do not like to be that way. That doesn't feel right to me. That's not my personality. And yesterday, it was all of the lines at the drive-through restaurants that just kind of got me going. My son was going to take his driver's permit test, and we get halfway to the DMV, and he tells me, "Well, I need to eat first, Mom." Of course, we had no choice but to stop somewhere. Well, long story short, we ended up going to like 3 different places because I wasn't patient enough to wait at the first one, which ultimately caused us a lot more waiting. Well, I guess I was more than patient. I think I got angry. And my daughter said to me a little bit later, when I think she was thinking back and reflecting on it, "Mom, when you can't do anything about it, why get upset? It really doesn't solve any purpose, really." Okay, wow, I thought. Nothing like hearing your own words come back at you, but the truth is she's right. When things aren't going right, I know that I need to remind myself to stop and take a breath. And I know it's not easy in the middle of something to like gain perspective when you're feeling angry or impatient or anxious. But that doesn't mean it's not important to remind us of its importance, if you will. Last Sunday in worship, we were studying the passage from Matthew when Jesus says, "Come to me, all who are weary, and I will give you rest." And we were looking at the Message translation of that passage, and the one line from it speaks to me so much, and we looked at it in worship last Sunday, but it's learn the unforced rhythms of grace. And I was reminded that I needed to stop and listen for like the heartbeat and the balance and to seek the natural order of life. Because honestly, without the bad, we can't properly appreciate the good and grow, right? So when we have a moment to think kind of rationally about that, we can be grateful for the bad or the dark or the challenging, if you will. And because music is so important to me, I have immediately thought of 3 songs that speak to this topic. And so I'm going to share lyrics from those 3 songs with you today. The first is from one of my favorite Stephen Sondheim musicals. Oh, look, there's my kitty cat in the back. That's Patches. We call her a zombie cat because she's used all of 9 lives probably twice. Anyway, the first song is from Into the Woods by Stephen Sondheim. And, well, let me just share the lyrics with you. Oh, if life were made of moments, even now and then a bad one. But if life were only moments, then you never know you had one. First a witch, then a child, then a prince, then a moment. Who can live in the woods? Let the moment go. Don't forget it for a moment, though. Just remembering you've had an and. When you're back to or, makes the or mean more than it did before. And even if that or, even if the and, either one, if there is darkness, there's meaning. Blessed darkness, if you will. The next song is called Maybe It's Okay. And I apologize, I forgot before I did this recording to pay attention to who wrote it, who the performer is. But listen to these lyrics. If I didn't know what it hurt like to be broken, then I wouldn't know what it feels like to be whole. If I didn't know what the cut's like to be rejected, then I wouldn't know your love of coming home. If I didn't know what it looked like to be dirty, then I wouldn't know what it feels like to be clean. And if all of my shame hadn't drove me to hide in the shadows, then I wouldn't know the beauty of being free. So maybe it's okay if I'm not okay, because the one who holds the world is holding me. Yeah. And finally, the words to that hymn, Blessed Darkness. Though we love our well-lit highways as we rush from place to place, forest trails through shady byways offer greater gifts of grace. When we live in faith, not knowing what horizon lies ahead, clouds appear and guide our going, and God gives manna, our daily bread. God, the loving gardener, tends us as in the dark soil life unfolds. Blessed darkness, blessed the darkness, where God makes the spirit whole. Bearing birth and new beginnings comes the dark night of the soul. My prayer for you this day is that you can learn to appreciate the darkness, to appreciate the challenges as the natural order of this world, and grow from it. That's all I have for today. Thank you so much for taking time. No matter what, we are one day closer. See you soon.